Thank you so much to Build a Rocket Boy for sponsoring this video. I'm literally so excited. Like, I just like don't even know what to say. Like, I'm just like so excited to finally be talking about this. Today, we are checking out Everywhere. That probably means nothing to you. You're probably like, what is Everywhere? Everywhere is a brand new gaming platform that is totally community driven from the Build a Rocket Boy studios. And for the past year, I have had the honor of checking it out, getting creative. I even made my own video game and I have no coding or game development experience. But since I've been waiting over a year to show you all this, let's just get into it. This is called an arc, and this is where a lot of the building and the creating will take place. This isn't just for like static buildings, like how you'd think, oh, like I'll build a house, I'll do this. This is where you can build your race tracks, you can build your platformer levels, you can build combat challenges. This is just basically a blank canvas for it all. There are a ton of different kinds of pieces, a ton of different styles you can build in. I really like a lot of the contemporary pieces, and I need to show you some of my absolute favorite things about the building in this game. Not only can you just toggle grid snapping on and off and place things completely smoothly, you can increase and decrease the grid size. To scale things up and down, you just use your arrow keys. And up here, you can change the rotation snapping angle to be 90 degrees, all the way down to 0.5 degrees. And what I love about building here is it's like, what if the tool mod just existed in a game regularly and didn't have to be a mod? You can move things anywhere on any axis. You can also rotate them on any axis, so that's super useful. You can decide if you want collision on, so like BB.move objects, to use a term that probably most of you are familiar with. And if the arrow key sizing up and down isn't enough for you, you can absolutely completely customize it with this tool. To toggle between them is just 1 for movement, 2 for rotation, and 3 for sizing up and down. And that is truly the bare bones basics of it. Kind of like how The Sims 4 has the gallery, you can publish stamps and other players can download them into their builds. They can create new things with them, change them to their liking, and stamps can be literally anything. Also, being able to like freely duplicate things is huge. To duplicate, you are literally just gonna hold your Alt key, drag any arrow any direction, and then guess what? You have another one. And being able to like select multiple items and move them at once, you just hold Control and select as many items as you want, and then you can move them all at once. You can rotate them all at once. You can size them up and down all at once. The building features in this game are just everything I wanted and everything that I didn't know I wanted. Also, besides just multi-selecting, you can actually group items. So as a very basic example, say I'm like, wow, I really like these wood planks up against the wall, but I don't want to have to like meticulously place them every time I want to do something like that. With them multi-selected, you just Control G and it makes it a group, and then you can duplicate the group. And if you want to go as far, you can Control P and save it as a stamp. So this is where you can tag it as wood. If you made a column, you'd say column. There's so many different descriptors so that other people can find what you made. This is Utopia. This is kind of like the central hub of everything in Everywhere, and you'll be able to enter different types of gaming levels and Arcadia, the main building platform, through this. And this is something that I created actually quite a while ago. This is a greenhouse. So I made these custom plant pots. I filled it with these little plants. We've got a beloved hanging plant here, a sitting area, plants on the wall with the lights. We have a glass roof and everything. And this, I think this is one of the first things that I ever created. This was just some little water feature landscaping. And of course, you know me, immediately had to attempt to make a kind of house. So this one I haven't finished, but we have like kind of kitchen area over here. Huge, beautiful open floor plan. We've got wonderful natural lighting from the windows and a staircase up here with 2 large bedrooms and an area for a bathroom. And like, I made a lot of stuff that you're seeing here. Like, I custom made these walls with the windows in them, custom made these counters with their handles. And then over here, this is from a different build, but I did make an island. Oh, and this was like the first house that I really completed. This was super early on before I got the hang of the game, but I made a little dining table. We have some wall art. There's our kitchen island. I love that couch. We got a whole entertainment center, a bed, and I custom made that rug. And think of all the like debug item build hacks that we do in The Sims. That's basically what you can do here. And you can combine things to make new things however you want. So I don't know, I'm going for some type of trellis here, I think. And you can build like cities too. If you want to build some type of world or level or whatever, like, oh yeah, go ahead, add an apartment building. Oh yeah, obviously you need to add an airport terminal. You can add shops and warehouses and just make a world however you want. And this is not a single player experience, if I didn't mention that. There are tons of opportunities for multiplayer games, multiplayer build collaborations. You're probably wondering how I made a game in this with no no game development experience, no coding knowledge, still no coding knowledge. Not that I'm necessarily proud of that, but I'm basically just saying you can do this without any coding knowledge. But just for example, on how this kind of works, how you get things to move and function the way you want in this game, even if you don't have coding experience, it's all through the logic system. And this has made it so easy and achievable. I'm not even kidding when they said, oh, it would be great if you could make a game, a level. I was like, I know you're not talking to me right now. You're not asking me with no experience to make a game, but that was the whole point. The whole point is that you don't need the experience to do it. So anyway, just to like show you the basics of how something like this might work. Say that when the player steps up here, I want this item to move up so that they can walk through. So I'm going to get myself a move node. I'm sure you're probably like, this looks so intimidating. I don't know what to do. And I connect the move node to the item that I want to move. And the way that I do this is I'm just going to select both of them, and I just do that by holding control, and we go to logic linking. So we want the move node to act on the floor. That's just what the item is called. I'm using it as like a door, but it's called the floor. And the translation, so we have an X, Y, and Z axis, and so you can kind of set whatever number you want, but I'm going to ask it to move up by 2 when this move node is acting upon the wall. And so there are a few different ways that you can like trigger the move node to start, but I'm going to do something very simple, and I'm going to get a volume. The box trigger volume basically means when something is detected within this space, it will trigger whatever it's linked to. So we're linking it to the move node. On enter, we would like this to start. I'm just gonna set it to detect players. So we are in our play mode, and I'm going to walk into that general area so you can't see any of the logic anymore. I entered the box and it moved. So that is just a very, very basic description of how you can do this stuff without knowing how to code. And so here's a look at my level. I don't really want to like spoil it for you, but you can see it is inspired by platformers, since that was like my favorite thing ever as a kid. I loved platformer games. And there's a lot of logic. You won't see this when you're in the actual play mode, like I said. I even put in some lava as part of this game. There is also some combat involved. We have these little like bot guys, exiles. That's why I called it Exiles Canyon. And they are going to try to fight you. Just a little spoiler alert on that. And in addition to those guys, there are automated turrets. I filled this part with explosives. This is a like jumping and disappearing platform kind of challenge, and these are like some bouncing platforms and stuff, and it does end in a maze. I would take you through the maze, but I really don't want to spoil that, and also I literally get lost in the maze every single time I do it, and I'm not kidding. I made this and I get lost in it every single time that I do it, so I hope you have fun. But this has been the coolest thing that I have ever been a part of. And if I didn't mention it before, these are the same tools that the Build a Rocket Boy team uses to create content in the game. So it's not like, oh, here you guys go, we're doing the fancy stuff. Like, it's the same. Even though, you know, I will never be a game developer to the level that some people are. But the fact that like I was able to create something that I think is at least a little bit fun, in addition to, you know, my silly little houses and everything like that, and the fact that I finally get to talk about it and share it with you is so huge. And I'm just really passionate about it, and I would love for you to check out the Builders Beta as well. Builders Beta is the next step towards Everywhere having its full release. This invites players into Arcadia, the main building part. Builders Beta is currently going to just be on PC with English language support, and you will have to be 16+. Everything is linked down below for you. How to join, more info about the game, more info about the studio. And if you have any questions about anything, do leave them down below. I will do my best to either answer them myself or try to find an answer for you if I can't answer it myself. So if you did enjoy this video, go ahead and give it a like. Please do subscribe to my channel as well. Join us on a live stream sometime. I will be definitely live streaming a lot of my building in Everywhere. And other than that, I hope you have a wonderful rest of your day and a lovely tomorrow. Thank you so much for watching this video, and I will see you in my next one. Bye!